All right, we're back. I hope we're back. Are we back? Yeah, I want to wrap up with something that's not going to be frustrating because I'm going to have frustrating things to do after the stream, so... And we'll figure out... I'll figure out how to get that silly-ass stuff to unlock. We're back. Good. Good. Then let's slap it on random. Welcome back to Whose Isaac Is It Anyway? It's Britannia's Isaac. Britannia's fun. We like her. Unfortunately, we can't trigger that ghost. That's okay. Oh, that's right. I forget like how any of these characters work. Because I haven't played Britannia in like a while. I'm doing unlocks on my other file, like on the alt account. It's going slow because I'm trying not to like put a rush job on it. And I do know that if I get like in an Isaac mood, that I will only play Isaac. So I've been trying to put like time limits on how much I'll play. Because I do have other stuff that do be needing to get done. Oh, now she can't pick up soul hearts, so we do need to be careful that we don't blow our angel deal. Because we would like the angel deal. That would be pretty darn great for us. Yo, is this like frickin' Samson's chain gonna actually hit anything? Does it just exist to bother me? Like so many things in this world? I almost ran straight face first into that dude. Wouldn't I have felt silly? The answer is no. I mean, the answer is yes, but also no. Can I? Fuck it. Do I even want to? I can't, like, I kind of want the stuff in there, but I don't want to go through the trouble of actually breaking the rocks. I don't know why I picked up this item. Now that I think about it, it's always just more frustrating than it's worth. Alright, don't take any damage. It's only the first floor. And by first floor, I mean second ones. Right now, I'm just thinking of the shadows by the Rasmus. In the Shadows by the Rasmus. Rasmus is a band, and In the Shadows is a song? I'm guessing? I don't know if that's a correct... Oh, Slick! I was in fact right. What kind of song are we talking here? Like, what is our notable genre? Oh, how you liking that, Kronos? This is the one that's like, it's kind of a, you were saying it's kind of a short game compared to usual Yakuza stuff? You're actually not sure. Okay. It's got a little bit of a genre bend going on it. This was probably not what we wanted to do, but fuck it. It is always fun to fight Megastan. I see no reason not to. Except the fact that we gotta fight this angel on the second floor. It's always the red angel, too. So far, it's really good, and yes, it is short. Let me peep the full in a second. Oh god, I am eating so much shit. Alright, what did I miss? It's really good so far, and yes, it's comparatively short. Found it was on Game Pass, so I could avoid shelling out like $60. Good job on that one. Alice is begging people not to show bad Zionist takes. While a literal genocide is happening, I don't need to see what a racist Zionist thinks. Yeah, I do feel like that would be a thing worth avoiding. I do appreciate that for, as far as I can tell, at least, like, I'm not really seeing that on Tumblr. I guess that's the other side of Tumblr's issues, is that at the very least, maybe I'm just not following enough people, but pretty much everybody I follow is just like, no, this is genocide, it fucking sucks, we would like it to stop. Extremely tired of just posting bad takes to dunk. Yeah. Big downside is that this version defaults to Xbox prompts, so I fail QTEs far more often. Oh, that sucks. I hate that. Now, is that something that you can, like, is there a workaround to that, or are you just stuck with those prompts? Control remapping. Okay, I know words. I am totally down with words tonight. Can you remap the controls? People are mostly good about this in my circles, but then someone will post a thing to go, lol, look how bad, and like, we don't need to do that. With this situation, or well, any situation, but in this specific case. Yeah. It's one of those, it's one of the reasons why I don't think I got really too deep in like left side YouTube. Like, there's definitely like a couple of channels that I would follow, but like, I don't really follow streams or things like that, because it feels like a lot of it is just like, hey, here's a really shitty take, and we're gonna spend 3 hours dunking on it, and it's like, but you don't need to. Like, it's a really shitty take. We all agree on that. Like, you don't need to spend an hour and a half of your stream, like, dissecting every other word that Tim Pool says, because every word that Tim Pool says is fucking gross. You could just be like, yeah, Tim Pool said another fucking gross thing, and it would be like, yeah, it's a day ending in Y, and we could just all go home. Feels like to me. I mean, I'm sure I can change the controls, but it's lack of a PS button prompt. Ah, I getcha. I see what the problem is here. Yeah. That stuff has calmed down, at least in my circle. At least on my circle of lefty YouTube. That's good to know. Because that was all just kind of gross after a while. I wonder if there's a mod for the button prompts, Kronos? I wonder if that's a thing somebody would bother making a mod for. Because it does seem like the kind of thing that would be heckin' annoying. When I see an Xbox prompt, it takes at least a second for me to understand and act accordingly, which is not optimal for heat actions with multiple QTs. Wait, you got like, that seems like a lot by itself. Like, I don't remember heat actions being that hard to pull off. Heat actions are like the special moves in combat, right? Like shoving an orange down somebody's throat and then stomping on it. I am so glad, by the way, that you made a point to make sure that we kept that orange. Because I loved that. That made me so happy. Oh shit! Sacred Heart? Let's fuck him up, Buttercup. What? Sacred Heart? Soup! How you doing? Early access to the Binding of Isaac x Siren crossover game. First thing she does is leak it live on stream. I'm so terrible. I'm the worst. What happened? So Soup, what happened was there's like one mission that's open to us in Siren right now, and it's a timed speedrun, and I need to do that off stream because it's just something that I find to be very frustrating, and I don't think it would be fun for anybody to watch me do it. So we're kind of like in this weird spot, it seems like, where there's a bunch of unlocks that are hidden behind something that I don't know what it is, because all of the FAQs and walkthroughs I am looking at are just written like stereo instructions and not organized at all. Well, that's not 100% fair. They're organized in very unintuitive ways because the game itself is organized in very unintuitive ways. Is probably the kindest way to say it. The thing was, I took one stab, like, I took a couple stabs at the mission earlier because it was the one that we were working on at the end of last night, or the end of last stream. The mission 2 for that is the timed version. Why they decided on that, I do not know. But I tried it a couple times. I was like, this is not working, but I'll give it one last, like, I'll give it one last honest try. And I did, and we were 0.38 seconds off from the winning time, and I was just like, nope. How are you doing tonight, Soup? Is life treating you pretty okay? I am hoping it is, but I know that life do be BS sometimes. It's only 10 yen. Oh shit. That's... We could do something with that. I don't know what yet, but we could do something with that. It's going alright, just filling out CLFL stuff right now. Administrata is the worst. I spent a huge chunk of the day just putting, like, archive entries in Excel, and I still haven't even finished, and my brain was just like, yeah, we've done enough. This is as much like brain power as we can devote to this right now. I highly recommend the site Decolonize Palestine when it comes out to having a handy guide to introduce people to apartheid in Israel and the genocide, and also debunks every defense of Israel possible in a very thoughtful way, and it's run by some queer people from Palestine. I love every word in that sentence, except for the fact that the sentence needs to exist. I think we're gonna actually go with this. I know that, yeah, I was just gonna say, Soup has been mentioning them fairly often in the LBP for Palestine streams. The next one of which is... Shoot. I saw your post, and I don't remember the date off the top of my head, but I will check before the end of stream, and I'll make sure I get a good solid announcement in. But to anybody who is listening right at the moment, Soup is a wonderful streamer, also all-around good people, has been doing streams for Palestine through the auspices of LBP, and I've had a lot of fun just as a viewer of the streams, but also the fact that the streams are going to a good cause. November 21st at 1:30 a.m. UTC, we're finishing Saba most likely. We're finishing Saba. Hiruna will most likely be busy with his new job, so it's just me. I'm trying to remember, like, what the end game of Saba was like, and there's a train, I think? I don't know, like, you fight Vex again, and it's all very kind of a nothing burger, if we're gonna be completely honest. Their page debunking labor Zionism and the myth of Israel's left-wing country is very good and important, at least in my experience, is showing to slightly older leftists who still have a slightly romantic view of Israel. Oh shit, we got another Noji-san. Love that for us. And that, like, honestly, love that for us. It's a great item. I'm expecting grade A platformer mush. I feel like that's what it was. I honestly, like, don't remember anything past, Crablantis? No, that's not 100% true. I remember bits and pieces of the sci-fi stage and the fact that it has toxic in it. Because that was just like, what the fuck? Why? That's, like, certainly a choice that you made. Not you, Soup, but, like, you, Sumo. Yeah, it's, fuck. I don't remember the name of the stage itself. Although I could find out. But it's definitely in the sci-fi world because... do you care about spoilers for Saba? Like, I don't imagine that you do. There's not really a lot that you can spoil, but... I will endeavor to not spoil it. If that's a thing that you'd like to go into 100% fresh. So that the twists and turns of the plot are a surprise to you. You can't spoil me on a game I don't remember playing? Oh, I mean, you've got Zomzom. And Zomzom is kind of a lot, so... I don't know if Zomzom is racist, but is kind of gross. There is racism in that video game. Yeah. Oh shit, we got the halo. The only thing I don't want spoiled is whether or not Scarlet ends up being a secret villain. I will not say a single thing about Scarlet as either a yay or a nay. He's like racism adjacent, I feel like. That's a really good way to describe it. Zomzov is like racism adjacent. You can't say nay, they took that feature out. Oh my god, Kronos. Kronos, I love you. You're wonderful. I love having you in chat. I'm so glad that I know you. And I'm so glad that I can always count on you to be like, to bring up some snarky bullshit about LBP. Like, you have no idea how much that amuses me. I want you to know that you are deeply appreciated, Kronos. Stan King Bogoff, problematic fave on account of the whole Monarch thing, but a fave nonetheless. At the soonest opportunity, I'm shoehorning him in an LBP 3 level. You're not wrong, Alice. Like, you're not wrong at all about the Zomster. King Bogoff, I'm trying to remember, like, doesn't he kind of sort of sell you up the river and then decide not to? Like, I don't remember how his arc goes at all. Puberty. Like, I feel like he tries to kill you at some point. It's not even a skill, they make the jokes too easy. But, like, you consistently bring it, Kronos. That's what I appreciate. What's a little murder between friends? I often say this, but all my friends are immortals. They are like Highlanders. And just as long as I don't cut their heads off, then we're all good. There was that one time I made a little mistake, and you know, Bob's not around anymore, but for the most part I'm pretty good about it. Wait, am I not trying to lose this heart? Cause it'll give me a stat boost? Oh fuck yeah. I will take champion belt. You know what? I will fucking take the coupon too, cause we could snag a free double deal. Little whoopsies. I missed a bit. Wait, what did I miss? I didn't miss that part. Murder between friends, I got that. Subin says, I don't know, I just turned my brain off and deemed him the best character in the game the moment his beautiful Scottish voice said tat. Okay. Okay, yeah. I could dig that. Alice says, in general, also, people barely think about American and British colonialism, much less French colonialism, so no one thinks, hey, maybe it's an issue to make a quirk North African character with a French accent, which is, well, an issue. That's like a really good call, honestly. Because you're right, like, his whole motif is North African, but then like his whole speaking style is stereotypical French. Stereotypical French adjacent? It's very recognizably French is I guess what I'm going for. And that's kind of a problem. But that's, like, you can't even put that on MM. That's just a British thing, I think. But I want to lose this heart. I don't want to pick up that heart. I want the stat boost. So why am I not just throwing the heart away? Like, that would be the smart choice here. Who's not to say that we're all dead and Earth is actually Valhalla? I mean, I wouldn't not say that, but I don't think it's particularly correct either.
The Hierophant.
Like, there are French accented North African people in both France and North African... Wait. There are French accented North African people in both France and North Africa, but it's not there for rep or anything. It's just all a kind of gross joke. Yeah. Like, there would be no reason to read Zomzom as, like, positive representation of an actual North African person with a French accent. Like, because Zomzom's definitely not that. I picked up this coupon so that we could freaking get free devil deals, and they're just giving us angel deals, which is hilarious. I love it. I mean, we win either way, I guess, but... But at the very least, as bad as anything in Saba might be, it is not LBP PSP, which is a lot, as the kids say. And honestly, like, as much as I know, Soup, that you are dedicated to the LBP bit, and you want to give people, what's the word I want? Give me like 2 seconds here, because I'm not wording right. Donation goals? Like, I would wonder if LBP PSP should be a donation goal, because it's pretty fucky. Just check the VOD, and King Bogov's chill. He gets upset because you take the marble from his museum, which I think is full of stolen treasure. Again, problematic fave. And 6 cigars on you, but they're on strike. So he's like, if you get rid of X, I'll let it slide. You know, okay, I mean, like, I can get behind the bog off. That doesn't feel like the way I should phrase that, but to be fair, it's hard to work with LBP PSP in general with only 2 thick layers. I don't think Soup's gonna be doing... You're not gonna be doing any create mode, right, Soup? You're just, like, just gonna be streaming? Or just doing the... Oh my god, please, Risco, just need to learn to talk. Please. Learn to talk. You're just doing story mode, right? Yeah, no create mode unless someone really, really wants it. And I added LBP PSP specifically because I'm not going to enjoy it. I think people are going to get a kick out of me groaning the whole way through it. Yeah. Like, I see your point. I definitely see your point. It just seems like it's so much. Like, it's such a mess. Wait, I don't even need... Risco, why are you... You know what, fuck it. But I don't need to have tracking shots because we have tracking shots already on account of we got Sacred Heart. I'm I'm not gonna make any sense talking to the DMV, and I kinda hate that. Because I'm not making any sense talking now. I literally cannot remember anything from PSP, not even the tutorial stage. The one thing I should remember. When did you play it? Like, have you played it since launch? When it came out, basically. Also, shoutouts to North African people in France. Eternal friends of the Portuguese immigrant community in France. That's super cool, and I don't know why I would have expected any different, but is there a particular connection there? Or is it just immigrant communities in general standing together, which I guess doesn't actually always happen? Cronus says, I've attempted to make a level in PSP at least 4 times, all unsuccessful because the create mode is so depressing. I hate that. Let's go dark side. Oh shit. That was fabulous. I love that. Do I want... Let's take Book of Bones. I'm okay with Book of Bones. Give me a second here, because I missed a chunk from your comment, Soup. The only things I've ever been able to remember outside of immediately after replaying it is Australia's the first world, there's the Swiss Alps world, The Good Life, and Voodoo Juju Slap. I'm guessing those are songs on the soundtrack? There's no proper pod, and I like the design of the community mood. The rest is just noise to me. Okay. I'm gonna loop back to that, but I want to catch Alice and Kronos' following comments. Alice says, both suffered a lot of anti-immigrant rhetoric from French fascists, and I mentioned this before, but Portuguese and Italian immigrants got a lot of shit because Southern Europeans have slightly darker skin, so we get called in France like European Muslims as an insult. You have mentioned that before. That part you have mentioned. I hate the reasons why they have solidarity between those communities, but at least I appreciate that there is solidarity between those communities. Because I do know that oftentimes, not just immigrant groups, but like marginalized groups, especially racially marginalized groups, do tend to be played off each other in a game of let's you and him fight. So it's nice to see when that doesn't happen, or at least doesn't work. Kronos has never finished anything in Vita either, but that was less due to the create mode itself and more with a personal connection to those projects. Okay. Stream the week that was, everyone. Great album. The week that was. Okay, I'll try to remember that. And Alice says, in the 70s, the northern immigrants in France organized with Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese immigrants in other countries a solidarity rally against exploitation. Yes. I mean, this is the yes as the successful yes, not the yes as in I specifically agree, because I didn't know this fact previously, so it would be weird for me to agree with it without knowing it. Although I do agree with the actions, like, obviously. But I realize sometimes my intonation makes all my nuances sound the same. Or maybe I just worry about that over much. It could also be that. There is like racism about being the good community of immigrants in Portuguese immigrant communities. Like, we are still white European immigrants. 20% of the community votes for the National France, but the ties are still very strong, from what I understand. Okay.
Ace of spades.
I don't know. I tossed off Ace of Spades there. That wasn't necessary. Portuguese immigrant anti-fascists in France have organized to kick out racist and fascist immigrants out of the community. That's pretty awesome, actually. Oh my god, these wisps are little rotating skull people. I love that. I need more rotating skulls in my life. I don't think that's asking for too much. Am I misremembering that, like, this is to loop back briefly to the LBP PSP stuff. Like, there's a Chinese level, like, I mean, a level based on China, in the sense that the Small World ride in Disneyland is based on those actual countries. And isn't it, like, even more heavily Orientalist than the islands? Because, like, the islands largely isn't that bad, because there's not really a lot of people in it. It's got ninja, but, you know, like, honestly, there's a lot of ninja in Japanese media anyways, so it's not the worst way they could have handled it. But I feel like, if I remember, that the PSP China one is kind of a lot. I wish I could tell you. That's okay. Like, it's I could look it up. There's playthroughs on YouTube. Well, that's just like game design bullshit. Like that's a terrible idea. The stilts. Hate that. But like, as far as like representing people in place, like I could quibble a lot, because it's, I mean, I kind of can, because I'm not actually Japanese, but you know what I mean. Like, I can say that there's this over-focus on a traditional old world Japan, a samurai, ninja, and, you know, geisha and all that shit, because that's not representative of the country today in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, it's like largely tasteful as far as these things go. It doesn't really seem to be attempting to say something more about Japan than what's kind of on the paper. This is kind of a fantasy land of Japan. I do, and I have always hated the fact that Grandmaster Sensei's name is 2 titles, which is not how that works. That's not how that works at all. I hate it. But yeah, like, for some reason I feel like the level they did for the PSP was like pretty gross. Every time Western media thing does China World, it's almost always red flag levels of bad. And Soup backs me up. Okay, the China and Egypt worlds are fucking horrendous. Like, actually disgusting. The rest are just varying shades of awful. Alright, so we do have a confirmation. And that is, as much as I hate to say it, that is totally on MM. Like, wait, isn't it? MM did do PSP, right? PtaER did Vita. Wait, PSP is Cambridge. Okay, so it's not totally on MM, but... You know what? You've told me that before, too. Like, that's not... That shouldn't be new information to me. Because I think the last time that we were talking about PSP, this came up. I mean, not the specific topic, but the fact that Cambridge did it. And not MM. Cambridge also did Medieval back in the day. Medieval is like when you get bad downloads on Napster. Right? Because they're evil midis? I don't fucking know, okay? Like, it was really funny in my fucking head. But I'm tish. Dot wave. It's the first platform. Oh, it's a PS1 platformer about skeleton. I did know. I do know the game, but I never played it. But I remember seeing advertisements for it. The Skeleton Knight's got like a really kind of cartoony shaped head, I feel like. Like very emotive looking. I never got to play it or the remake, which I periodically forget exists. They did not give our Skeleton Kid very much love. Also, thank you so much, Soup. That does make me happy that it's like not a completely failed joke. I do sometimes kind of wonder because it's like all of my cultural touchstones are just getting older every year, and they're all like of a very specific place. So I don't know sometimes if my humor is universal enough to actually be funny unless you're an 80s kid, 90s teen who lived in Northeast United States, which is like a pretty small subset of people. All I know is medieval PS All-Stars characters is low tier. Did they shaft him? That's why Tinseltown is the best part of LBP PSP, is not only does it have the Good Life and Voodoo Juju, and it's based on Hollywood, so the absurd character stuff is a lot more tolerable. Totally not Martin Scorsese has you star in an alien spy B movie. King Kong shows up at the end, it's alright. Okay. I've never fought a Sir Daniel I've had serious trouble with, and I've played a pretty mean Sir Daniel. The character's name is Daniel? I mean, it's just it doesn't really scream adventurer though, does it? Poor guy gets countered by pretty much everyone. I mean, look, the only two characters in that game that are top tier are Sack Thing and Cat. Like, who else would you even play as? I should look at the roster one of these days. What? PlayStation, like, why do you keep on giving me, like, notifs? There's no information you could possibly share with me that I would give a shit about. Oh, Parappa is in there. That's right. Toto slaps even after every change. Good old Toto. Toto's the funny cartoon cat, right? It helps that you can't be racist towards white Americans. I mean, you really, I mean, you can't. I try not to dunk on anybody, like, specifically for that point, but if you're gonna have a caricature of somebody, it's like, I don't really get too up in arms if it's, like, a rich white dude. Because, come on. The PS mascot, that definitely exists. I thought Sack Thing was the PS mascot. I mean, we all know how much Sony loves and supports Little Big Planet. We're thinking with common sense, and that's not exclusive. That's our issue. Wait. Sackman committed identity fraud? What the fuck? Okay, Satan. I don't know why I find that so funny, but I do. That is hilarious. But also kind of slightly out of left field. You know? Like... Oh, that's what you think. Oh, okay. Now I'm on the trolley. Now I'm super on the trolley. I kind of feel like the PS mascot role has been taken up by Astro recently. Something that only took 15 years to happen. Oh god, there's so much good stuff here. One thing I'm looking forward to about eventually knuckling down and trying to learn Japanese, I'm super excited about actually playing a Dogodemo Isho game instead of just looking in from the outside. I've never actually played one. Do I want to shoot for Guppy? No, like, it's way too late to shoot for Guppy. Also, we totally should have used that Jera, and I feel like a goofball for not doing it. Fuck it, let's just use it now or else I'll forget. Oh, Dip? Lost Fly. Oh, Dip, we're Bezelbub? Fuck yeah, with the Bezelbub. Bub. Got the Besley boy in the house. I just miss PS All-Stars so much. This is gonna sound like just a completely silly ass question, but I never thought there was going to be LVP private servers, and there are. So, are there private servers for PS All Stars? When the FAQs is, was Dogodemo Isho a horror game? I mean, relatively fair question. Toto, it does look kind of freaky. There might be, but it's not the same when I'm not betting for food. I mean, you could always bet for food. Kronos, you don't have to stop. Wait. Hold up a second. Back up. I didn't know that part. Why are we helping this poor cat become human? Why is that in any way a benefit? What did this cat do to us? Why though? Why would you? Why? You're a fucking cat. Roll with that shit. You know what? Let's do a victory lap. Tax fraud. You know, that's a good way to spend a year dead. Just ask Hotback Desiato. End up spending a year dead for tax purposes. I'm a big fan of Scud the Disposable Assassin's take on becoming human, which is like, no, I am a fucking assassin robot. That's the most awesome thing in the fucking world. Why would I want to be something that I'm not? If I recall correctly, the All-Stars campaign is Toro throws hands with everyone else because he thinks it'll help with becoming human. Which, you know, fair. I mean, I guess getting into useless, pointless fights is pretty human. Because the whole deal is he wants to be human, and you help him by teaching him stuff about the human world. I think there's some light learning of Japanese elements in there, too. That's really cool. And I want to be clear. Like I'm not dunking on the game in specific. Like it's just that particular trope. That I'm not a fan of. Why Detroit become human when you can Detroit become moon? Oh my god, Satan, I love it though. You're right, you could become Moomin. Detroit become Moomin would have been absolutely fabulous. The Doko Demo Show games also have a very nice art style in my opinion. I'd have to look. Like, not that I don't believe you, but I don't have an image in my mind of what the actual, like, beyond Toto, I remember very well what Toto looks like, but I don't have an image in my mind of what the game looks like. Isn't there a thing where, like, isn't one of the games cursed? Oh wait, no, that's Boku no Natsuyasumi. That's the cursed one? Like you can play beyond the end of your summer vacation, and but there's a game where like it's supposed to end on the last day of summer, but you can play beyond that, and then the game, it gets like increasingly messed up because you weren't supposed to do that. Like textures and fonts and things don't load in right. Boku no Natsuyasumi doesn't have that. What game am I thinking of then? Like I'm not trying to do a copy pasta here. This is something that I legitimately do remember hearing. I just don't remember the context. As Soup says, I mean, 2 of them are tied to servers that haven't been preserved anyway. Does that count? It might. I think I missed something from Kronos. Kronos, did I miss something that you said? Oh, shit. Okay, well, I don't think I missed something from Kronos. Oh, the cooking. Let's Cooking with Toro. That's legendary work. I should look that up, too. God, I am forgetting things. That's the other thing that I almost forgot. Soup, I know that you said when you finally buckled down to learn Japanese, but I would like to offer you early good luck, and I hope that you stick with it. Learning second languages is a whole fucking thing, but it's a very respectable thing to do, in the sense that I respect the fuck out of it. I'm gonna be chock full of DMs, and I love that. It uses a Persona 4 track, and whenever it comes up, a friend of mine always refers to it as Cooking with Toto song. Okay. Oh, okay, I get you. For a second I was like, wait, what? I'm on the trolley. It took a couple stops for me to get on. Every time I think of cooking, it's always the Azumanga Daioh. It's always this Sate sate nani ga dekiru kana? Hai, dekimashita. Say it! You know! I love that you knew that, like, boom, right off the bat. That's so great. Alice says we could do an IP of Detroit Become Human as a bonus project. Oh wait, an LP, a Let's Play. Okay. There's no typo. No one-up is necessary. Wait, now I definitely missed something. It uses a Persona 4 track whenever it comes up. A friend of mine refers to it as the Cooking with Toto song. It's unironically the best video of all time. Now, oh, okay, now I get the one-up part. Since I was getting into it for a while, I still have all my hiragana notes because I actually bothered to practice with a pencil on paper like a good student. But I ran out of spare time for it, and that's only gotten worse since then. I just kind of challenged to picture how exactly I'm going to make the time for it at some point. That's a mood. That's a whole kind of mood. But I do honestly wish you luck with it. I hope that you do pick it up again at some point. I'm a big fan of folks going all in on learning second languages. Learning hiragana and katakana is quite fun. I loved learning hiragana and katakana, but I did all of it at an old pool hall. And I just drank whiskey shots and practiced writing, and the old guy who ran the bar laughed at me. That was my experience. It was a pretty good one. I can still remember that they had like a kerosene heater, like a big old like a kerosene tower heater, and they had a like this giant ashtray on top of it that was always filled with coffee grounds. Like, it's one of the few very distinct memories of Sendai that I have. I don't talk to folks ever, so I never learned never bothered learning sentences. My grammar and sentence structure it's just awful. Honestly, there's no getting around it. It doesn't help that like people won't necessarily tell me when I fucked up, and then they'll tell me like when they're angry at me, so I don't know if they're being honest. It's really kind of shitty, and I really kind of hate it. It was so cool, even with my incredibly rudimentary knowledge, to look at a sign for a Japanese restaurant or store and say, I know what that says, even though I only knew what each symbol meant and not the meaning of the words the symbols were writing out. That's like, no, absolutely, like that's a whole fucking mood. It is a really good feeling to just like oh yeah, oh I can recognize those kanji. I know what they are. I know what they're saying. I am 100% here with you on that. X-Lax? I don't need X-Lax. I think the local university does some free speak with Japanese language professor to get better at casual talk thing. I should go to. That could be a fun experience, yeah? Says, I think the best application of my Japanese knowledge is I was able to write my name in katakana while getting an autograph from a singer. Yo, though, that's great. That's, like, honestly pretty fucking great. I do not want magic skin. I mean, like, I wouldn't mind magical skin, but I do not want the item magic skin because it is kind of poop. The singer was Sayaka Sasaki, who sang one of the Nichijou ending themes. And I know that you're a big fan of Nichijou. And I know I should sit down and watch that again, but I can no longer have Netflix, so, you know, it's kind of a problem. Although it's probably not even on Netflix anymore, because, like, Netflix is all fucky. Oh, I will listen to it. Which now sounds like utter bullshit, but I will listen to it. Yo, why they gotta be taking away my tiers? I need this high tier stuff. Cause we're gonna fight the beast. Oh yeah, like we're gonna get barfing tears. I love it. I should give a warning, not for any content warning or Caesar warnings, nothing like that, but I should give a warning that it is quite possible that the game will just crash now. With the build that we have, we're gonna be putting like a bunch of crap on the screen, and the game doesn't really like that, so... Now, luckily, we don't have parasite tiers, because then we would be super fucked. Like, the game would definitely crash. Which is hilarious, but, like, not really very useful to us. Now, here's the question on the table. Do we... You know what? I think we turn our nose up at the beast, and we go fight Deli-chan. Because we're gonna absolutely just, like, stomp on Deli-chan, and that could be very cathartic. God, I love that we just breezed through that. We could fight Deli-chan after we fight the Hush. Let's clown on both the Hush and Deli-chan. I wish I could get another autograph, but given how mind-numbingly awful it was handled this year, I might not bother next year. Was it just like a total shit show? I mean, that's implied by the way that you set up that statement, but... I think this is the right decision, because the only thing that we would have gotten out of the beast fight would be the song when we fight Dogma, and the Dogma fight wouldn't last long enough for us to hear any of it, so... I am making good decisions. Oh fuck! Soul of Lilith, hook me up, baby. That's Maggie's soul, I do not care. It's Hoggalaw's, I also do not care. Oh, come on! Soul of Lilith gave us Bumbo? I don't need that. That's not what I need. It was Complete Pants The autograph session was scheduled a half hour after the concert. But before I even left the venue, the line was full and closed. There was no word of a VIP fast pass anywhere. What the fuck? Why would they think any of that was a good idea? There was no signposting either, so the security was just needlessly aggressive for anyone outside the line who weren't aware. Anyone outside of the line who weren't aware. Security being assholes? Who could have guessed? Rent-a-cops are the blurst. I mean, cops in general are the blurst, but rent-a-cops are super blurst. They do not appreciate being told to get a real job either, so don't, I wouldn't recommend trying that one. That's not gonna work out for you very well. Last year, in the year I got an autograph, not only did I get in 10 minutes late, there are also more talents that year, and I got an autograph from all of them. No shit. That was the dream year. It's never going to be that good again. You ruined it for everyone. To be perfectly clear, that's a joke. I do not believe you ruined anything for anyone. I understand how it could be misunderstood. I was having too much of a good time. I mean, we can't have that. Like, people having fun at a convention? Are you fucking kidding me? Conventions are supposed to be miserable. I went to Gen Con every year that I could while it was still in Milwaukee, and I have to admit, I had my fun there, and I met a real cool kid who ended up being a really good friend to me, but it was always kind of miserable. It probably would have been better if I was, like, actually playing in any games. But generally, I did not. The next elections are gonna kill you. No, you're not allowed to die. Alice, no death. Even though I do recognize that this is the exaggeration death, not the actual you are going to be killed, but I'm still taking a firm anti-death stand. I know, bold. It's very bold of me, but the pre-election cycle's been painful. We've got 3 months of this ahead. I'm just waiting for the US election cycle to start. I mean, start more thoroughly than it has already started, I guess. Because it never really ends, I guess, in the US. Also, of course, none of the so-called leftist parties put out statements on the Trans Day of Remembrance. What? Why would they though, right? It's, you know, it's not like we're people that we need to be remembered or nothing. Like, nah, just whatevs. Whatevs, right? It's cool. Not bitter at all. Not bitter, not me. Oh shit, that's right, we got backpack. I'm just looking at my DMs and there's a whole 5 of them in there, and that's like a lot for me. I love it. I'm a fan. Oh, that's terrible. Don't want either of those. Thank you, but no. I don't really want either of those either. Everything sucks. These all suck. I'd somehow only seen Trans at work this week. Not when Trans Day of Remembrance was. That's not great. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna get on your case about it. Like, I'm trans and I missed it. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this without, like, making it sound overly bitter. But I kind of feel like our spot in the news cycle has passed. We were, they 5 good years of really, like, squeezing the fuck out of, us as an issue. And there will be hardliners that stick around and keep us in their news cycles, but I think the broader eye of the public is kind of sliding off of trans folks. Which is not great, because we still got a lot of issues that aren't really well sorted for us. Alice says, the group I'm a part of recently approved in our last Congress a respect trans members. I remembered you saying about that. Mostly remember it at this point to get angry when people don't care. The Portuguese media is still doing that news cycle. It's just the news cycle is all hatreds towards us, and our rallies are very weak. I don't like a single fucking word in that sentence. Not loving it. I wonder if we have a lot of silver hearts. I wonder if I could just legitimately crash the game during the Delichon fight by dumping all of these sprinklers, because all the sprinklers are going to be shooting out shots that themselves are exploding into more sickles or sides. That's gonna be like a lot of particle effects on the screen. Fuck it, why not, right? It is the end of stream for us, so. I bet they make us fight every fucking boss besides Delichon. Oh my god, like right there. Okay, now folks, the game may crash. If the game crashes, then the stream will end immediately, unfortunately, but it will be funny. Oh, Deli-chan is just fucked. Oh, dip? We killed Deli-chan before the game crashed. Good on us. So it is. I thought I'd been putting off my CLFL admin for a little too long. Absolutely no way admonishment on you. Oh shit! Kronos is right. We're brushing up against the we're brushing up against 3 hours, but we haven't crossed 3 hours yet. All right, our own administrator. Shit. Next stream is Thursday, so that gives me 2 days to try to figure out what the fuck we're doing with Siren. And get us to the point where we've got some new missions to actually do. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna read through the frickin' FAQ and I'm gonna make a note for whatever unlocks that we've managed to miss, and I'll get it all squared away so that when we do the next stream, we should have just new content. Or at least I'll do as much of that as I can that will allow us to look at new stuff. So like if I unlock things we haven't seen yet, I will save those for Thursday's stream. But I'm going to do my best to make sure that that's all squared away so that we don't just get stuck in one of these we're just looping through levels we've already completely cleared and not really moving forward in any real way. I will do the time trial speedrun mission thing. I'll get that sorted off stream. I'll record it without any commentary so we could put it up and laugh at it. I'll do like a supercut or like a put it in 8 times fast forward because it's probably going to take a while. I'm really happy. Like I know that you got stuff on your plate, and I know that you worry a little bit about like not being able to show up, but it's like I understand. I've been there. Like I can't always drop into streams that I want to, so I can't hold that over anyone's head. And even if I could, I wouldn't do it because that would be a shitty thing for me to do. But I am really happy that you're here now. It was nice hanging out with you. I swear there was something I was going to ask you, and it's just right out of my head. Right. Friday will be LBP. I don't know, like, what we're going to do. We'll try to do as many community levels as we can, as we always do, but like the servers have been kind of fucky during streams recently. And I don't really have a project I want to work on right now, because I am kind of taking this break off of major projects, so we might just like kind of fuck around in create mode, like maybe just test out a couple of things that we haven't done before or that I don't feel very solid on, and kind of do learning and practice, semi-podcasty kind of stuff. That could be fun. Oh yeah, like it's real. The streamer mind melt is like super real. Like we could try Kronos, honestly. Hell, nothing that I make in the course of one stream could possibly be as bad as the Gardens in 1 hour. 'Cause that level's super trash. So if you haven't seen it, that would be Fridays, like last Friday's Little Bite-Sized Planet. that level was garbage. It was wet, hot garbage. Which is so weird because, like, 585 is an amazing creator. Every level that I played by them that wasn't the Gardens in 1 hour has been fire. Absolutely just bangers all around. Things I could have reviewed, like, as a reviewer and looked at points where they maybe slipped up, but it could be improved. I could use it as a teaching moment. But no. I had to play a level that was just hot, wet garbage, and was a troll level, so I couldn't even say anything about it because, like, what advice would I give? Don't be a troll. Okay. Like, that's useful as a reviewer. I'm a little pissy about it, but it's also kind of funny because I don't really get to do those types of levels very often. I always get to. I just don't often, like, run into them. Right. You know what I'm doing is I'm procrastinating because I don't want to make these phone calls. Alright. I'm going to center myself. We're going to end the stream. I'm going to take half an hour. I'm going to write out the questions that I need to ask. Get myself nice, calm, cool, collected, pull up the websites so that I have them as reference. And we're going to make these phone calls, and I'm not going to freak out, and it's going to be okay. I can do this. It's gonna. I'm making it more panicky than I need to because it's just like it's one of these things that's got high stakes. And I don't want to screw it up. But even if I don't manage to do it tonight, even if I just completely panic and just say I can't do it tonight, I still have tomorrow night. I still have early tomorrow morning because I could wake up super early or do it like I could call at like 10 o'clock would be 8 o'clock over there. That would be when they first open up. Why did I make it so that I would have to call them in the afternoon for them when I knew that that was going to be like 1 o'clock in the morning for me? Risco, you make these things harder than you need to, and you gotta kind of like calm down with that shit. Right, fuck, I'm procrastinating. I love all y'all. I had a good time tonight, even if Siren was really frustrating. I still had a good time. We did get that first mission completed. That was pretty fucking cool. We're there for that. I will ask everyone, and also, Satan, thank you for saying that it was a fun stream. I'm glad that you had a good time. I'm glad that you've been hanging out with us and enjoying yourself. Right. Let's do the ribbon. I will ask all y'all, as I always do, to please be taking care of yourselves and staying safe out there in meat space. Get the hydration that you need. Try to have at least one meal a day, even if it's kind of trashy, just to have something in your belly, but preferably something more than one meal and better than trash. But I understand, that's the way it works sometimes. I'm not going to judge you. If you got medications, try to take those medications as close to schedule as you're able to do. But most importantly, please do remember that you are important to people. You're important to me. I don't know everybody who's watching on the VOD, but you here right now, listening to my voice in real time, are important to me. I'm hoping for your best life. I got my toes crossed. I want to support you any way that I can. I want you to find joy and happiness and love. And I'm not the only one. I know there's other folks out there. It's not just me. But that does for real do it for us this go about. So for me, Risco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you. Arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.